Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing on this? What is it? Monday? Yeah, Monday. Music Monday. It's been a week, and it's only Monday. No, how are we doing? Welcome on in, Ben. I have had quite a exhausting past couple of days since I have not been streaming, but not to worry, not to worry. Everything's all good. So I don't really have a whole lot to showcase right now. I just thought we would dive directly into work. It's gonna technically be a quote unquote work stream, but more of a Music Monday, so we're gonna be breaking it down sort of as we go. But I have some stuff I need to write. Figured why not? We'll do it here. So right now we're in the middle of writing a tension piece. So something that's supposed to build energy and sort of keep what's the word I'm looking for? Keep stakes feeling a bit high. Like something's not going right or something's on the verge of going bad. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. Let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. I started this piece a hot second ago, but I don't remember exactly what it was. So let's take a listen to this and where we are. Okay, that's a start. I'll take it. I wanted to hear this again. Honestly, I don't remember adding this. It doesn't sound like something in my style. I might try and make it work. Maybe I saw something in this that I just wasn't. I wasn't particularly seeing at first. But I do like this chord progression. I like the way that it is. I think that's a pretty solid foundation for what we have to work with. So I do want to try and. Give me a second. This feels a little off. Maybe it's because of the Lego streams. Is that turning the right way? Yeah, it's turning the right way. There. Now it's more in front of the mic. But I want to try making something in the style that we are doing. So let's just start throwing stuff in and let's just see what we get. I'm willing to play around with stuff and just get a concept for something that we should be feeling. Well, it's something. I will not lie. That is something. Give me a second. I need to quickly look at something. Okay, cool. I got some cables today. So over the weekend, what I've been doing is I have these speakers, this studio speakers sitting back there. Well, okay, they're not studio speakers. They are movie theater stereo speakers. And I've been trying to get them to work. Turns out, I don't have enough power in my system or in my Volt 2 to power them. So I spent a majority of Sunday doing a puzzle trying to figure out what exactly I can do to get these speakers to work. And eventually it led to me pulling out some old amplifiers that my dad used for surround sound stereo systems. And so now I got one sitting just off camera back there. Actually, it is visible. It's right back there, sitting on the sitting on the stool. So I have a giant audio amplifier that I gotta figure out what to do with. And supposedly, it's going to help with my mixing or it's not going to help with my mixing, but it's going to help give me a better stereo image for when I am mixing. So that'll be something. I might try that. I'll never use it on stream. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's personally for me, and because it'll just replace the headphones. So I don't want that feeding back and like creating this endless loop. Interesting. Why is this one called Cheese Playing? Hang on, I want to read this one. A great cheese age. Classic sound using a synth oscillator. Not as good as French cheese, but pretty close. Works great with a synth walking bass or a thin lead sound when raising the mod wheel. What? What is cheese age? Is this like something I should know? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of some videos that have recently caught my attention. Well, I say recently caught my attention. That's just not true. I've started listening to this about a year ago. But it's like a liminal type beat. Let me find one in particular that really caught my attention. Cuz I was just listening to it the other day. What was it? It was this. Give me a second. This was a really interesting concept. So this is called Ambient Music for Places You Shouldn't Be, and it's got a picture of like a grocery store after dark, basically of like a liminal space, something that's like, oh, you thought like a space that like usually is like filled with life and like people moving around is now just dead empty. Well, that's sort of what the sounds reminds me of. Just listening to the soundscape of it all. I don't know what it is exactly. Like, it sounds so bizarre, and like there's something so discomforting about it, but also really like warm and inviting. It's like the music like just makes you feel so weird. It's like, ooh, so interesting. Same with this one, I assume. Yeah. Let me try that one. I see potential with this. Hear me out. Let me take this off. It's got like some sort of like rhythmic element to it that I'm like, yeah, this can work. So let me try messing with some other things very quickly. I also actually maybe this would be a good time to start looking into Contact and sort of start picking up some other stuff from there, since I want to try looking more into analog strings. So I want to see what we can find in there. Maybe something that can help like set the palette. Maybe figure out what we want to do. I don't remember. Is this... It seems to have vanished? Question mark. Well, that happened. Oh no, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna bring this over here. How do I turn these on? Let's bring that loop down. Oh hell yeah, my coat. I don't know. We're messing around with stuff right now. I'm curious. I'm willing to try random things. Throw it at the wall, see what sticks. Okay. Yeah, I see something here. Combine it with what we have here. I think this could work really well. What's the vibe? The vibe is supposed to be like a tension building track. So like imagine like you're watching like this really intense scene happen. Not action per se, but just like everything's high stakes. It's like almost like watching a heist go down. Sort of that style. That's sort of what we're building towards right now. And I'm looking more at like sort of a techno synthy type beat to it. I can see the two working really well together. Okay, yeah, something about that. I'm liking it. I'm gonna go ahead and save that for now. Because I know we sort of just got like some like instruments about. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy that. I want to see what else we can find in analog strings. Because I haven't had a good chance to use this yet, and I wanna put it to the work. Let's try that. Yeah, Coping is a great call. Yeah. I'm thinking for this particular track, I want light instrumentation, nothing going too heavy, but I want a lot of syncopation. So something like that. But also have these areas of like really like soft melodic like structure. So we'll see. I like this sound. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pin that, but I'm not gonna stick to it just yet. For so. For some reason, I'm thinking of some kind of maraca or not quite tambourine. I can, I can see that. I can see where you're leaning towards with that. I'm willing to try that after we get like a main idea built. Particularly a solid chord progression and then a melody. That way we just have something to like start building off of. But for now, I'm just really liking messing with these like experimental type sounds. I'm liking that too. What was that? Foglight? Gonna go ahead and star that as well. Just a warm glow. Not a big fan of that one. How is this ambient? Whoa. Okay. I think you should check out the Stranger Things soundtracks. Yeah, I've been told to check out like the Stranger Things music in depth, and maybe one day I will. Sounds very reminiscent of that. Yeah, I've been told over the years that like my music reminds people of Stranger Things. I think specifically it's in relation to the fact that I just use a lot of synths in my work. But I'm willing to like I've always seen like a slight connection. Yeah. I really like this. All right, yeah. No, hang on. This is how we're starting off the track. I like this. I'm like instantly gonna start getting to work on this because this is. Can I just take all that out? I want to see high pass, brick wall, almost. That's it. What else have I got? I think this is a little too sci-fi-ish for what I'm looking for. What are you again? gonna go ahead and keep that there. Remind me what you are again? This is actually really great because you got that pseudo alarm sound. Yeah. It's like, so what I think of the sound is like, it almost sounds very like ethereal. Like you're half awake, half asleep. It's like you're hearing your alarm in your dreams. I hear like a really good like syncopated beat to this. I got to figure out how to do it though. Like how to execute it is the thing. Do do do. I hear that for a bass line. What instrument am I thinking of? Do 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 do. I think it's something I just used. Was it in this one? It might have been when I'm in. It might have been something I used in here. Let's take a look. I want to say it was one of the first instruments he used. I gotta find it. Was you, wasn't it? Yeah. Something like that. What is this? What are you? Growing Anguish. I feel like I should know that already, but the amount of times I use it. This is like my 4th time using it, and I still don't know the name. Don't save. Alright. Growing Anguish. Do 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 do. What was it? Growing Anguish? Growing Anguish. That's not how you spell growing. It would. There we go. Jesus. Give me the sample back. Alright. What did I... Now here's the real question. What did I do to that sample? I wish I was able to pull it up side by side. I want this on loop very quickly. Just so... No, don't do that. Okay. I want this on loop just so I can hear it. I'm gonna find another bass. That ain't working. Oh, that's why that's not working. It's the wrong one. I'm just not finding anything. Anything catch my eye? Anything familiar to me that's like, okay, I could probably use that. I don't use a whole lot of, like, bases. At least, okay, I don't use bases as bases. I usually look for something else. Unless... I'm gonna turn this down, just so I don't have to keep... Crazy. Okay. Let's go back to the drawing board very quickly. We have that. No, okay, I really want that sound. I'm gonna have to figure out what I did and like what my settings are. Time to check. Did I do something like different here? I gotta compare it to like a clean version of it. Let me take all these off. Okay, there's something different about you. Really? Wait, what? That's crazy. This carries heavily. Holy crap. I'm gonna save those settings. Yoink. I'm saving those somewhere. Because I will mess with those. But it is the same. That's crazy. The difference is just that they're really short. Boom. It doesn't give any, like, time for the sound to actually flourish. Which is kind of interesting. Okay. Let's try this again and just see if it fits. So it should be... Yeah. We had a FabFilter plugin that was, like, doing this. Yeah. And this one we had a fuzz wall. 20 decibels makes 100%. Makes that like a 53, 53, 53. So here's 100%. BP. Pedals at 50%. Tone. Okay, I think this should be the same. Yeah. And then add reverb to it. Let's make this dynamic. Hey, what's up, Apple? Welcome on in. Let me hear this again. I'm gonna put this on loop a couple times just to start us off. Let's try that, actually. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. What do I want to do now? Maybe start introducing this element, right? This is what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll save this for a little later in the track. If I had to guess, maybe around like right here. I don't think that's really important. That was weird. Let me hear that again. I felt like it hit at like a weird time interval. Okay. I hear something. That's good. I want like a flourish on that. Something high. I don't know what it is I'm looking for, but when I hear it, I'll know. Try that just to curious. Maybe. Give it some reverb. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the general volume down. Bring this up. Maybe make this slightly dynamic. Give me maybe arena? Sort of, yeah. Yeah, went the wrong direction. No, I think it did go the right direction. Okay, I like that. That's a nice sound. Hmm. What to do next? What to do next? Sorry, I just see lose the glasses. Lose the glasses, bruh. All right, what time is it? It's 21. Okay, cool. Well, come on in, Jagger. How's it going? How's the rest of your How's the rest of your stream? I was lurking for a good chunk of it, watching you guys make food. Is that one good? Lots of burnt meats. Yeah, sounds about right. Well, come on in, Akwe. How you doing? Maybe here? I think here would be a good spot to probably throw it in. Just not in its current state. Akwe's following me. Sure, Jagger, sure. Doing alright? Just gonna vibe while I finish up at work. Cool. Thank you for hanging in and vibing. We're riding a dark, like, tension building track. Not necessarily something that's like action or like horror based, but just something that's like on the darker side. And how did you know? Something that's on the darker side and something that we're going to use to build tension later on. But I love this for how we came across this first instrument. We did it around like 15 minutes ago, so this is all still really fresh. I love it. Sounds great so far. It reminds me of something out of Stranger Things. Yeah, that's been the general vibe of tonight. Someone, someone else was mentioning that this sounds a lot like Stranger Things. So yeah, I think Stranger Things is ultimately going to be like sort of the reference point of all this. Just like as a vague idea. This is what it sounds like when I'm running in slow motion to the toilet before explosive poop. Yeah, I'm sure this is what it sounds like, Jagger. Among all the things in the world, I'm sure this is what it sounds like. Okay, I like this, but I want to see what we can do with it. Let me allow that. I said just the butt plug. Yeah, sorry. My streams are not as chaotic as Jagger's. I haven't. The auto mod still keeps things rather controlled. I want to see. Can I? What exactly is happening? Something's happening here. I gotta find it. Whoa! Holy crap! Yeah, that's a lot. So we gotta bring up those low ends. I'm sorry, I'll tone it down. You're all good, Akwe. You're all good, no worries. What time is it? Is it 26? I think I see it's 26, right? Yeah, it's 26. Okay, I can put the glasses back on. Alright, cool. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, I'll do this myself. With an EQ. I think that'll probably make the most sense. What are you doing exactly? Okay. I think what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to go this way. It's got to have a healthy amount of reverb on it, but it can't be that much. Okay, that's a cool start. I'm actually really liking how this is turning out. Let me get Contact in here. I want to see what else I can find. Let's do Signal. Signal is another one that I haven't had a chance to use yet, but I'm super intrigued to see what we can get. Load for me, Signal. Thank you. Perfect. Let me go ahead and put this on here. Just for now, just do some tests. Okay, stop for a second. Let's do Fog Tropes. Just something right off the bat. Okay. Instantly. Let's do something beautiful. Try Guitar Bliss. Okay, I don't... Let's try an arpeggiation. Okay, interesting. Harp radiation. Whoa. Hello, work for me. Okay, when I say I want arpeggiated, I want something that actually makes sense. I don't want something that's like completely riffing off into the distance. Okay. With that in mind, let's try this maybe. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's just make everything 1/8. is that reverb or that delay? What is that? Okay, interesting. I kind of like the idea of it, but we gotta work something else here. Whoa! Yeah, that's about right. I don't even know why I even bothered hitting play again. I just wanted to hear it and just confirm my suspicions. Ah, I see. Let's try Plucked Bells, actually. Okay. See, it's fine. But, like, I don't know. It's not my favorite, per se. I thought I had one in particular. Okay, I need to go find a project document, because I think it has a sample that I want to try and use. I gotta find it, though. I don't think I've opened it in a hot second. It's the trash bin, as I like to call it. Just basically where a bunch of ideas that don't necessarily have a place or enough ground to stand on. That's where all the ideas get dumped. So I need to find a specific instrument that's in here. It'll probably take a couple of minutes, but I gotta find it because I think that's the pattern that I'm looking for, and I gotta find it. I think it's 8 dotted delayed over like a 16 dotted delayed. I'm not entirely sure, but we gotta find it. So whenever this decides to finish doing its thing, we can go to that. Come on. There we go. Yes, I know some inputs are missing. That's not important right now. Okay, skip all. It's over here. There you are. I thought I saved you. Uh, 1/8. It's loop? It's arpeggiated. It's not best of. I would say ambient. We'll call it beautiful as well. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I need to use Portal more. That's also something that I gotta do. One of these days I'll go back to Portal. I gotta find a good use for it. But let's go back to this. Alright, so now that we saved the sample, we should be able to find it now. We don't have a whole lot of tracks to load. I don't know why this is taking more than like 3 seconds. Come on. Load for me. What's instrument 8? What was instrument 8? Okay, so now we should have user. There we go. Yes, yes. All right, let me hear this now. Okay, let me hear this from the beginning again. I just need to get my bearings again. I'm gonna go ahead and find a sound match to this. We're gonna see if we can find something that can work. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try. I like this one. I like the way this sounds on it. It's supposed to end on measure 25. Okay, there we go. Whoa. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I kind of want to... Okay. It's going to sound a little weird, but I kind of want to start working on a drum beat for this. Give me battery. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for in terms of sound. I think I'll just have to sort of play around with that. I'm looking for a lot of this stuff, though. Not necessarily drums, but like sounds. No. Definitely not. Yeah, this isn't working. It's not exactly what I'm thinking of for any of these. Drum tracks? Okay. Oh, that's a cool sound. I like the way these sound, but unfortunately they do not fit with what we're doing right now. So, unfortunate. Exile. What about this one? Whoa. That's cool. That's real cool. Hmm. Okay. That's a lot of impact noises. I don't think what I'm looking for is going to be 90% of these. Okay, that happened. Crazy. What is Mirror Ball? Okay, neon lights. Hmm. None of this is really speaking to me. It's like, okay, what I'm thinking of is like a drum beat. Do I have a reference? Like, can I possibly find a reference? I think I know of one artist who might be able to help me. I just don't know what track I'm thinking of. No. I don't think it's on this particular album. I need to go find the other. I've got to. Like, this is gonna eat at me if I don't have like a reference point. It's the T-Rex EP, I believe, by Ben Prunty. Let me see. Is this it? I don't know what track it would be. Is this it? I don't think it is. Is it the airship? No. Man, I literally don't know what I'm looking for in terms of like a percussion beat. I know it exists. I know there's a track in particular that I want to reference. Hang on. Maybe I... Problem is there's no percussion in this track. I'll tell you what I'm currently thinking right now. Because I think I'm doing a terrible job of like explaining what I'm thinking or like what I'm trying to like track down. There is a specific track by Ben Prunty that I'm trying to reference. This track in particular already sounds a lot like Day by the Ocean from Color Sky, an album released over 10 years ago. And it's good. I really like it. This track really does sound similar in certain ways. I think that arpeggiation pattern really does a number compared to what we hear here. But there's a specific track I cannot remember the name of from Ben Prunty that I want to reference in terms of percussion. Maybe it's... Is it Color Sky? Because here's what I'm thinking. In my head, I am hearing this glitchy, syncopated percussion. But I hear it with a little bit more natural sounding instruments. Okay, it is. This specific part. I gotta figure it out though. It's like... I'm just focused on the percussion right now more than anything else. It's so... The percussion on this track is what I really want to take the inspiration from. Specifically right here. And then, moving forward, we hear the percussion sort of takes a back seat, but it's still very active. There's one particular segment that I was thinking of. Where is it? Was it here? I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but there's one part in particular. I just like the sounds of the percussion here. They sound very metallic. They sound very syncopated. It's really cool. So I think, if anything, that's the track that I want to reference. That's what I'm looking for from a percussion standpoint. So like a doom 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 doom. Being able to replicate something like that, and I just don't think I have the what's the word I'm looking for? Not the. I don't think I have the right. What's it called? Kits to recreate something on that level. I already searched you. Let's try Miami Vice. I don't think. If anything, I would have to create my own kit, which I kind of don't want to do on stream. Okay. What are these sounds? Do we have a metal, like, kit, or am I crazy? Pendulum. That's just straight up not a kick. Where are drum synths? Yeah, nothing here is really striking my fancy. Yeah, man. I don't know. Alright, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to shelf that for now. I think I should probably go back to the base hunt. Actually, if that's the case, let me just... Okay. Oh. We need a build up to that. Okay. What could I use? Can I use something from here already? Let me hear this again. What did this sound like? That's right. I remember. So I'm gonna just delete this. Let me hear what you sound like here. Whoa, what just happened? Did the YouTube chat just refresh or something? What happened? Okay, I'm gonna mute this for now just so I have a solid idea. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay. I think what we'll do is a reverse symbol into this. Nice. Perfect. Look at that. Chung, chung, chung. Chung, chung, chung. Chung, chung, chung. Chung, chung, chung. Okay. I'm hearing in my head. Okay, you know what's crazy? So, I read a paper for class. I'm taking a music cognition class, so basically how music affects the brain and how like music can like improve cognitive skills. I read in an article that borderline, or that the creative side of the brain, or when a artistic person is being creative, looks almost identical to someone having a schizophrenic episode. And I was like, that's crazy. Because the way the brain works is when you're being creative, you start seeing and hearing things that don't actually exist. And I was like, huh, what does that make me? It was like such an interesting revelation in like the science sphere of things, that the brain of a creative person looks, I would say, maybe if I had to put like a number on it, not that this is like in the paper or like in the discovery or something, but like if I had to put a number, or like a how closely they are, I'd probably say maybe 70% similar to someone having a schizophrenic episode. I was like, whoa, hang on. You're telling me every time I sit on these live streams and I'm doing this stuff, I'm practically. That's actually really interesting to know. It is. I was like, you're telling me every time I'm sitting here writing music and I'm just like, I'm listening to something and then I start like piecing it together and I'm audibly like starting to like sing and like hum parts. You're telling me that's like a very close relative to a schizophrenic episode. I was like, oh, I need to sit down for this. That was like, hold up. Okay. Um, but to get back on track, I am hearing a divide and conquer here, wherever that might be. Nope, don't do that. Okay, we don't need you that loud. Dun dun dun. Is it like that? I think it's like that. Dun dun dun. It's like a it's like a triplet almost. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Subdividers, let's do a not a fall. Okay, how do I, is it slide? No, it's not slide. Chord? No. Oh, it's right here. What am I thinking? Okay, way too much. Let's do a 2. Let's try 3 just to get an idea. Doom, 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 doom. See, Can I move all this back by 1? Let's try this. Subdivider. It's a 3 rise. There we go. Okay. I don't need it to be that strong. Is there any particular reason why you sound like you're absolutely blasting? Okay, it's better. Let's put a little bit of reverb on that. Okay, let's hear this from the beginning, and I think I will have to call it here, because unfortunately I have some other stuff I need to do tonight. And this was just a little teaser of what we're working on. So let's go ahead and I might continue this tomorrow, maybe during like a music, like a work stream, but we'll see. Let's see this from the beginning, and let's see where it goes. Okay, so I've got a few thoughts on this. One, I think I'm starting to deviate a little from the track, and that's not what we want to do. This is supposed to be a tension building track. It's not meant to be something very high and intense. So I'm probably gonna rework this last section. Yeah, I'll play with it. I gotta figure this stuff out in the background, but yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's live stream. Is my just chatting screen still upside down? Let's take a look. Yep, still upside down. Chances are I'll be back on Wednesday with more Lego building. I've been having a lot of fun doing that. I've been having so much fun building the Orient Express. It's just but either way, I have cables that just arrived, so I'm going to be setting up some studio monitor speakers that are going to be right here and here, pretty much just right out of frame. They're going to be pointed directly at me. I got to do all the work for that because that's going to be an absolute nightmare to set up. I've got to plug that box into my computer all the way over here. So yeah. Thank you everyone so much for joining me. If you're here on YouTube, let's go find someone to raid out to. Who's live? The lovely Chara is live. We shall go raid Chara. Alright. For those of you on YouTube, you'll be back on Wednesday as well. I want to say, man, I've been so busy that YouTube videos have just not been a thing for me. I haven't been able to get to them. I have, like, a couple recorded. But, man, it has been so hard to get to. I'm going to try and get the Starship video out this week. And then as well as I'm going to compile down maybe some funny golf moments and put it up on the light show. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Let me get this raid started. I will catch you all Wednesday. Yes. All right. Bye-bye.